Hello everybody, my name is Daniel, for those who haven't seen my channel yet, and I'm gonna tell you 4 things you have to think about if you want to improve your landscape photography. So if you're wondering why I'm wearing a hat inside, it has one simple reason, and that's I haven't managed to cut my hair in a very long time. So I'm gonna use this inside. That's just how it is. But let's get into number 1. So the easiest way to actually improve your pictures is you just have to start going out during a little bit more special light. Not just in the middle of the day when the sun is high up in the sky. You want to be out during sunrise, during sunset, maybe on a foggy day, even like overcast days where it's like a chance that the clouds are like breaking and you have the chance that there are coming some light beams. Kinda everything besides a sunny day in the middle of the day when the sun is high up in the sky. I of course did the same in the beginning. I had my camera, I would go hiking during a beautiful day, beautiful sunny day, and I would bring my camera along. But the pictures were, let's say a bit boring. Everything just looks flat. I can show you one picture here, which is like a sunrise. And yes, it's hard sometimes to get up for sunrise, but if you imagine this picture just in the middle of the day when the sun is on top, it would look pretty boring. So let's go to number 2. So another easy way to improve your pictures is you have to go to cooler places. You maybe have to start traveling a little bit. You have to see those places that are well photographed, because they are that for a reason. I know not everybody can jump in a plane and travel to Iceland and stay there for a week just to take pictures, but on your Saturday off, maybe you have to take a train or car for 3-4 hours, hike a little bit and take pictures there, and then get home late by night because you try to shoot sunset there. That's what you have to do, because especially in the beginning, to find compositions that properly work in areas nobody really have been, it's not the easiest, and it's just way harder to find a pleasing image there. Therefore, I would find a cool place. I would go into Instagram. I'm searching up this place. I have one here that's not too far away. I think it's an hour drive. It's called Kannesteinen. Looks pretty nice. There I can see what people have done before. I'm in the top. Here is one I really like with the lights on the side. I can see the composition. He tried to use some of the foreground leading into the scene. That looks pretty cool. Maybe I'm a bit more fan of the wider shots where he has the both of the walls kinda as a frame. That looks pretty cool as well. So I can look this up, go to the place and have something similar in mind, maybe try something similar and shoot that. You're gonna feel a little bit more successful if you do that than if you just go out in your back garden and you try to find amazing pictures. Even now after 3 years, when I'm going to places nobody really has been, or I'm just around here somewhere in the mountains, it's not that super simple to find stuff that looks amazing. So it might cost you a little bit of money, but trust me, it's worth it. When you go to these amazing places, you improve your pictures by a lot. So let's go to number 3. So another way to improve your photography would be when it comes to editing. Let's jump into Lightroom. can see here my raw file. That's almost the same picture as I showed you guys before. It's a bit dark, it's just a raw file. And here on the right we have many things. We have exposure and contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, texture, clarity, and it goes further down, it goes further down. There is many things we can change. And that's just a little bit what you can see here. There's even more up here. You can have like brushes and radial gradients, all kinds of stuff. But in the beginning it's very confusing, at least for me. So the easiest thing I would do is I would go over here to auto, I would press it just to see what does the program think looks good. I mean, alright, it's a lot better than the picture we started with. In my opinion, it's still a little bit flat, but that's what they think it's good. I mean, it's not bad at all. What I would do then is I would just start playing a little bit around with the sliders. Actually, Lightroom changed for me. Here I see it increased a little bit the contrast. What if we do a bit more? I actually start liking that. Shadows. Okay, now it might get a bit too dark if I drag it down again. You can play a bit with the color, vibrance and saturation, what you like. What you have to do there is you just have to be careful. I know colorful pictures are very nice and you can see it on my Instagram, they get lots of likes, but it's a fine line between a nice picture with lots of color and something that's way overdone. How to explain it? It's generally speaking, of course you have to like it, but just make sure you don't overdo it. Same as for the clarity slider. You can see here, if I drag it to the right, how crunchy it gets. Okay, in the beginning you think, wow, now you can see all the detail, look how cool it looks, but be careful with that as well. I usually actually go in a different direction. I'm started to getting to like the more kind of painterly look, but I mean it's personal preference. Just in general, whatever slider you change, just make sure you don't overdo it. What I usually do now is, of course, if I edit a picture, I lay it away, maybe watch some TV for an hour, I come back and then I check it one more time, because when you're like in editing and it goes like half an hour, you kind of lose yourself on what looks normal. So I usually come back after an hour and I take it a step down, then I wait another hour, and if I then like it, then that's my final image. And one very important thing is, if you have a horizon line, make sure that's straight. If it's a little bit wonky, that's the only thing I can look at. The picture can be amazing, but if it's wonky and like tilted to one on the side, it doesn't look good. No. Make sure that's straight. Let's go to number 4. Let's do that. I just realized I took all these points a bit, not how I wrote them down, but there's anyway there's no reason why one is coming after another. I think they're all important, and if you kind of think about them all, you should have a good starting point on getting better images. But what I wrote down is you should get to know your camera. That's very important. I know many people talk about kind of pros being like only in manual mode. Yes, shooting in manual mode and understanding how the exposure triangle works is important, but I also paid loads and loads and loads of money for my camera. Sometimes I'm shooting just up on the mountain, not much wind. I take the ISO on the lowest, because that's usually what I do. Micro Four Thirds, not very much noise. But the point I want to make is, sometimes I'm just in aperture mode if I'm not concerned about the wind, because I can let the camera vary then about the shutter speed. I'm usually on a tripod, so I'm not much worried about camera shake. Sometimes I shoot in shutter speed mode when the aperture doesn't mean so much to me, but that happens rarely. For me as a landscape photographer, most important for me is what f-stop I am. And when there's no wind, I put my camera in aperture mode because it knows how to fix the rest, as long as my ISO is pretty low. So get to know this, try to understand a little bit how those three work together, and then you kind of have to figure it out what you're shooting. If you're shooting like waves, you have to especially think about your shutter speed and how that wanna look. You have to check out how well your camera handles ISO, so the images look still clean and not too noisy. If you want me guys to make a video that's a little bit more in-depth on how those three work together, just comment down below. But yeah, get to know your camera. Also, if you don't use a tripod, then you have to figure out what's the slowest shutter speed you manage to hold without getting any camera shake. And should we do one bonus tip? Yeah, let's do one. And the most important thing is just have fun. Go out, take pictures of whatever you want to take pictures of. Even though I made points about the editing, edit the pictures however you want. It's your picture, it's your art. If you want to have a picture look a certain way, nobody can stop you. You have to like the pictures. That's the most important. If there's anything you want me to go a bit deeper in, just comment down below and I can make a video about it. And thanks for watching this time, guys. I hope next time we're outside again. I was hoping to go outside today as well, but the last days were pretty warm and lots of rain, and all the snow is gone, and it made me sad, and so I had to stay. I took a video inside. I hope it starts snowing soon again. I want to shoot more winter landscapes. So let's hope for the snow, so I can take the next video outside and we'll be on the road and not here at my dinner table, even though it doesn't always look like this. The camera is not here and this is not here, but it gotta look great for the video. Thanks a lot guys for watching, and see you guys in 2 weeks. Sayonara.